Funny thing happened the other day. A surprising thing to me. I was in town, and it's getting toward fall, and I thought, well, I'll get a can of regular old Campbell's tomato soup. Now, I haven't had that for a while, but it's one of those things that goes back to when I was a school kid. In the school lunch, a lot of times we would have, particularly in fall, that Campbell's tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. So I thought, well, I'll have that just as a kind of a throwback. Well, I'm a careful shopper, so I'm looking at the price on this stuff. And I had no idea that, you know, Campbell soup used to be cheap. It used to be a quarter. When I was a kid, I mean, it was a quarter a can. And now it was like $2.98. And I thought, wow, that's just an incredible jump. Well, then it crossed my mind. I remember reading someplace something about a problem with the tomato crop. I mean, there's always problems with this and problems with that. Some excuse to raise the price on stuff. So I thought, well, maybe it's just the tomatoes. But then I was looking at all of the other ones. They were all in that same price range, of this endless lineup of different Campbell soups. Something that should be worth 50 cents, maybe a buck at most, and here they want $3. So I run into that more often where I'm in a store and I see something and I look at the price and I think, no way, I'm just not going to do that. And in this case, what the hell? I got tomatoes at home. I was just doing this for that throwback thinking, you know, grilled cheese and Campbell's tomato soup. But I was surprised. But I got, plenty of tomatoes. But I think I did hear something about a problem with the tomato crop. But like I say, they use this for an excuse all the time. These happen to be, remember I planted those rescue potatoes? These are some of them. They actually turned out very well. They got bigger than I thought because they were planted really late. That's why I got the bag of seed in the store because I felt sorry for them because they were going to end up being thrown out. And they're Dakota, something like that, a different kind of a russet I'd never heard of before. So out of curiosity and just feeling that they needed to fulfill their destiny, I bought them at $2 a bag. I bought two bags. Well, I'm going to have, you know, like 25 times as much as what I bought. So no, they're doing fine. But I figured I was gonna, I thought they'd be smaller, and I was gonna make fried egg noodles and boiled potatoes. And I was thinking, new potatoes, those little ones, boil them right in the hide. Well, these are getting to be pretty damn big for that sort of thing. But that's fine. I've dug my regular potatoes. I've got plenty of them. These are just an extra. And the tomatoes are going pretty good. I'm going to have to wind up canning pretty soon here. But at the moment, I'm still kind of eating them as fast as they, I kind of use up as they go because I always try to get a bunch together at a time for canning. So, but that'll come within the next week, I would say. I'll be canning. But it reminds me of something else too. When I was in town one day, I was someplace where there was a television going. A lot of places they always do that. They have some background racket going, and here was this television going, playing the CBS News. Now, I don't watch television, I haven't for a long time, but I didn't realize just how blatantly they are lying to you. You know, I guess a lot of times when I read in comments and people say things that I think, well, that's just outlandish. Well, they're getting this outlandish stuff from the news. You know, just blatant lies. It's amazing to me, really, that people don't see this through what they're saying. You know, it used to be they would kind of shade the truth and tell half lies. Now they're just going all out. Just complete, total lies. It's stunning, really. But I guess you'd think somebody would call them on it, but with the censorship, you really aren't allowed to because the lies that they're telling are the lies of our present administration. And they just echo what they say. But, oh man, people are being deluded. It's a frightening thought, really. I mean, there's truth out there, but you gotta look for it. Or at least ignore what they're telling you. Just don't watch the news. That isn't news, that's strictly propaganda. But, ooh, I was surprised. You know, I guess I hadn't realized. I mean, like I say, I see people saying peculiar things that I know aren't true, and I always thought they were just lunatics, but no, they're just echoing what they heard on the news. But you're going to have to be prepared. Like I said, that's all lies, and you can't keep covering lies up for that long. That's all falling apart. And how are you going to accept? You know, how are you going to deal with what you have formed as an opinion when you realize everything that you think you know is not true? I think there's going to be some, you know, because like I say, you can't cover, there's a limit to how much you can cover up. And it is just all falling apart. Well, stunning, really. I got to just stay the hell away from people. But boy, it's going to all come crashing down on you. The reality is going to set in sometime. And I don't know how people are going to face that. Huh. It's going to catch up with them.